Story number 1. A woman is in her hotel room at a Hampton Inn late at night, unable to sleep. At 6:43 a.m. she hears a knock at her door. A man with a gravelly voice claims to be with housekeeping and says he needs to do a quick cleaning. The woman is suspicious because of the early hour and the fact that she didn't request service. She looks through the peephole and sees a man in a janitor's uniform. Something about his posture makes her uneasy. She tells him she doesn't need service, but he insists it's hotel policy. After a tense moment, he leaves. 20 minutes later, she hears the same knock on a different door down the hall. Her suspicion growing, she cracks her own door open to watch. She sees the man at room 257 repeating his housekeeping line and then trying the doorknob when there's no answer. He doesn't have a cleaning cart or keycards. She watches as he tries several more doors with the same routine, until someone in room 243 opens their door. She hears a woman's groggy voice and then the man's, now with an unsettling hunger in it, insisting he just needs to check something. Terrified, the woman slams her door shut and calls the front desk. The receptionist informs her that their only housekeeper is a woman, who doesn't start until 10 a.m. Realizing the danger, the receptionist calls security and the police. The woman waits, her heart pounding, until she hears running footsteps and shouting in the hall. When a police officer finally knocks on her door, she opens it to find the hallway filled with police, hotel security, and paramedics. The woman from room 243 is on the floor, bleeding from a head wound, having been attacked by the man with a rusty spanner. The officer explains that the man had been using the janitor disguise to target solo female guests at several hotels. Story number 2. A woman's car breaks down on a deserted highway at 2:09 a.m. with her phone at 3% battery. Her only option is a rundown place called the Sunset Motel. The desk clerk has bloodshot eyes and smells of stale cigarettes. In her room, she is about to go to bed when there is a frantic knocking at her door. Looking through the peephole, she sees a terrified-looking teenage girl with mascara streaked down her face. The girl begs to use her phone, claiming her boyfriend just dumped her and she needs to call a friend. Against her better judgment, the woman lets her in. The girl, who says her name is Megan, quickly dials a number she knows by heart. While on the phone, she describes the woman who let her in to her friend on the other end, noting she is a blonde in her late 20s and traveling alone. This immediately raises a red flag for the narrator, as this is not information one would typically give to a friend who is coming to pick them up. Megan's demeanor suddenly changes. She's no longer scared but calculating. Her smile becomes terrifyingly sweet as she tells the woman, "You know what's funny about people like you? You're so desperate to be good, to help. It makes this so much easier." Megan then looks out the window and announces that her friends are on their way. The narrator bolts for the door, but Megan grabs her arm, her nails digging in and drawing blood. As heavy footsteps are heard on the balcony, the narrator breaks free and runs into the hallway, screaming for help. The motel is dark and silent. She runs to the now unoccupied front office and then into another ground floor room, locking the door behind her. She escapes through the small bathroom window, just as she hears the men breaking down the door. Running through the desert, she hears one of the men call out her real name, Lisa. She makes it to a closed gas station and uses a payphone to call the police. The police later arrest 3 men and Megan, whose real name is Jessica, a 19-year-old, who had been working with a trafficking ring for 2 years, with her cousin being the creepy desk clerk. Story number 3. A woman checks into the Desert Rose Motel. The lock on her door clicks in a strange way when she closes it, and she has a general feeling of unease. Being a cautious solo traveler, she secures the door with a deadbolt, chain, and a chair wedged under the handle. While showering with the bathroom door open, the shower curtain repeatedly billows inward as if something is moving the air, even though there's no draft. Later, while watching TV, she hears the doorknob turn. It's a slow, deliberate sound. Muting the TV, she listens as someone works on the lock, the sound of metal scraping against metal. Suddenly, the sounds stop. After a moment of silence, the chain on the door rattles again as the door creaks open a few inches, held only by the taut chain. Through the crack, she sees the eye of a shadowy figure peering in. She lets out a piercing scream, and the door slams shut. She immediately calls 911. The police arrive and investigate but find no signs of forced entry. The new desk clerk insists that only housekeeping and maintenance have master keys and that they are not on duty. The police officer suggests it was probably just a drunk guest who went to the wrong room. However, the woman knows what she saw and heard. As she checks out the next morning, the creepy middle-aged clerk from the previous night is back on duty. He looks nervous and his eyes dart around. She notices a large ring of keys hanging from his belt, far more than a desk clerk would need, and one key is shinier than the rest. It's a master key he made himself. The story ends with the terrifying realization that he has been letting himself into women's rooms to watch them sleep, and the only reason he was caught this time was because she was awake and made noise.